Hello, devoted fans of the bold and the beautiful. If you're anything like us, you're still reeling from the jaw-dropping events that exploded across our screens on November 5th, 2025. This episode was a roller coaster of raw emotion, unforgivable secrets, and power plays that could reshape the future of Forrester Creations forever. If you missed it or if you just need to relive every gut-wrenching moment, buckle up. We're diving deep into a full, dramatic recap that captures the intensity, the tears, the fury, and the lingering cliffhangers. This wasn't just another day in Los Angeles. It was a seismic shift in relationships, careers, and family loyalties that left us screaming at our TVs. Let's break it down scene by heart-pounding scene, expanding on the chaos that had everyone talking. The heart of the storm, Remy's desperate plea to reclaim Deck's trust. The episode kicked off with a bang, or rather, a soap in the sleek, high-pressure confines of Forrester Creations' design office. Remy Price, played with raw vulnerability by Christian Weissman, was on his knees, metaphorically and almost literally, begging Deke Sharp Harrison Co. not to let their blossoming romance crumble under the weight of his dark past. "Please, Deke, don't judge me because of my past," Remy pleaded, his voice cracking like thunder in a storm, tears streaming down his face as he clutched at Deck's sleeve. It was a moment of pure desperation, the kind that rips your heart out and stomps on it. Flashback to the nightmare that ignited this firestorm. Just months ago, Remy had been Electra Forrester's Linnea Grace's worst nightmare. What started as an obsessive high school crush spiraled into something truly deranged. Remy admitted through choked sobs, so creating deepfake nude images of Electra, spreading them online to isolate her, make her dependent on him for comfort. He stalked her relentlessly after she fled to Los Angeles, hunting her down like a predator in the shadows of the city's glittering facade. "I was lost, Deke. I was crazy back then," Remy whimpered, his eyes wide with terror at the thought of losing the one good thing in his life. "But you've seen the real me now. We're building something real." Deke, the handsome, ambitious newcomer to the Forrester design team, stood frozen, his face a mask of betrayal and horror. How could the man he'd fallen for, one who'd whispered sweet nothings and shared dreams of a future together, harbor such monstrous secrets? Deck's anger boiled over like a volcano erupting. "What you did to Electra was completely insane," he roared, shoving Remy away, his fists clenched as if ready to strike. The room felt electric with tension, the air thick with the scent of expensive fabrics and shattered trust. Deke paced like a caged lion, replaying the showroom showdown from days prior where Electra had screamed in terror upon seeing Remy, while Spencer Crew Morrow lunging to protect her. And the entire team, Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, Katie Logan, Heather Tom, Daphne Rose Muriel Hilaire erupting in righteous fury. Remy's pleas grew more frantic, his body trembling as he vowed, "I won't stop until I regain your trust. I'll prove I'm changed." But Deke wasn't buying it yet. "Don't mention my name at work." "Now I know why," he spat, referencing Remy's earlier, cryptic warnings. This wasn't a fairy tale redemption arc. It was a gritty, unforgiving soap opera nightmare. The camera lingered on Remy's devastated expression, his world crumbling as Deke stormed out, leaving him alone amid sketches of glamorous gowns that now mocked his shattered dreams. Fans, this was peak DiMera's past wasn't just a footnote. It was a ticking time bomb threatening to blow up Deck's coveted spot on the Hope for the Future team. And oh, the irony. Remy, once Electra's tormentor, was now the one tormented, forced to confront the monster he'd been. But would Deke forgive him? Or would this force Electra to relive her trauma daily, working alongside the man who nearly destroyed her? The episode masterfully wove flashbacks, grainy images of Remy's obsessive shrine to Electra, the fake nudes going viral, her tear-streaked face as she begged him to stop. It was chilling, dramatic gold that had us on the edge of our seats, questioning if love could truly conquer such darkness. Forrester power play, Steffi and Ridge's fateful decision on Hope for the Future. Meanwhile, in the opulent CEO offices overlooking the Los Angeles skyline, Steffi Forrester Jacqueline McInnes Wood and her father, Ridge Forrester Torsten K., huddled over mood boards and fabric swatches for the Hope for the Future line. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Hope Logan Annika Noel, Steffi's eternal rival, had poured her soul into reviving this iconic collection. But whispers of drama coupled with Deck's explosive personal life threatened to derail everything. Steffi, ever the fierce protector of the Forrester legacy, paced with her signature intensity, her heels clicking like gunfire on the marble floors. "We can't let personal chaos infect the brand," she declared, her eyes flashing with determination. Ridge, the brooding patriarch torn between family loyalties, nodded gravely. They dissected Deck's designs, bold, innovative pieces that screamed fresh energy, but the elephant in the room was Remy. "If Deke stays tied to that stalker," Steffi hissed, "he's out." And Remy? Banned from Forrester Creations for life. The tension was palpable, a dramatic showdown of empire-building ambition. Ridge, flashing back to decades of Forrester triumphs and tragedies, weighed the options. Hope for the future wasn't just a line, it was a symbol of resilience, of bold beauty in a cutthroat world. But with Remy's shadow looming, could they risk it? In a heart-stopping moment, Steffi slammed her hand on the desk. Deck's dream job is on the line. If he chooses Remy, he's gone, Ridge agreed, their decision sealing fates with the finality of a gavel in court. Cut to Hope, eavesdropping outside the door, her face paling as the implications hit. Her line, her legacy hung by a thread. Would this force Deke to dump Remy, sparing Elektra further pain but crushing his heart? Or would Forrester exile them both, leaving Hope scrambling? The episode amplified the drama with sweeping camera angles over the runway previews, models strutting in Deck's creations while ominous music swelled. It was a masterclass in corporate intrigue, blending fashion glamour with raw human stakes. Elektra's unyielding resolve, no forgiveness for the monster in her midst. Down in the showroom, Elektra stood tall amid the chaos, a beacon of strength in a sea of betrayal. Surrounded by supportive allies, Will, her rock. Ivy, fierce and loyal. Katie and Daphne, voices of reason, declared war on forgiveness. "I'll never be a victim again," she cried, her voice echoing off the mirrored walls, flashbacks bombarding us with her past horrors, the anonymous texts, the deepfakes ruining her reputation. Remy's unhinged pursuit through LA's neon-lit streets. Will held her close, his protective arms a shield against the storm. "He's not welcome here," Will growled, his jaw set in heroic defiance. The group nodded, a united front against Remy's intrusion. But the drama escalated when Remy, undeterred, slipped back in, begging on bended knee. "Elektra, please, you've changed," he wailed, the room erupting in shouts. Deke watched from the sidelines, torn, his dream job flashing before his eyes like a cruel mirage. This subplot was pure soap opera fire. Elektra's empowerment arc clashing with Remy's redemption plea, forcing Deke into an impossible choice. Would she be forced to coexist with her abuser for the sake of the team? The episode dragged us through every terror, every accusation, building to a crescendo where Elektra stormed out, vowing, "He's treated me horribly and I'll make sure everyone knows." Broader ripples, family ties, forbidden secrets, and lingering threats. The episode didn't stop at Forrester's walls. Intercut scenes teased broader fallout. Hope grappling with her line's fate, confiding in Brooke Logan Catherine Kelly Lang about the unacceptable push to force amends. "Brad Bell won't let this die," one character quipped meta-style, nodding to the show's head writer. Whispers of Luna Nozawa Lisa Yamato in prison, pregnant and plotting, added a sinister undercurrent. Could she manipulate Remy further? And the forbidden fruits? Deacon Sharpshawn Kanan and Taylor Hayes Rebecca Buddig shared charged glances, their therapy sessions blurring into something dangerously romantic. Sheila Carter Kimberlyn Brown lurked in the shadows, assuring Steffi of Luna's imprisonment while plotting her own twists. Why this episode was a game changer. Themes of redemption, power, and unforgivable sins. At over 30 minutes of edge-of-your-seat television, November 5th wasn't just an epiphany, it was a manifesto on forgiveness in a world of glamour and grit. Remy's vow to fight for Deck's trust mirrored classic B&B tropes, love tested by fire. But with Elektra's refusal to budge, it posed gut-wrenching questions. Can monsters change? Should victims forgive? And at Forrester, Where fashion meets family feuds, Steffi and Ridge's decision wasn't just business, it was a declaration of war on chaos. The drama was amplified by stellar performances: Weissman's Remy, a whirlwind of regret and mania; Cohn's Deke, heartbroken yet resolute; Grace's Electra, a warrior queen rising from ashes. Flashbacks, slow motion pleas, and swelling orchestras made every moment visceral. Fans, this is why we tune in. Bold risks, the beautiful betrayals. Will Deke choose love or career? Will Remy spiral into darkness again? Will hope for the future survive the scandal? Tune in tomorrow, because in the bold and the beautiful, redemption is never easy, and trust. Well, that's the ultimate luxury. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more updates on the bold and the beautiful.